Library of Heaven's Path. Chapter 45, Tip. Pu. What did he just say? Surely I heard wrongly. 8 gold coins and below. Hearing Zhang Xuan's proud voice, everyone spat a mouthful of saliva. All of them stared at him flabbergasted, with an expression similar to how one looked at a lunatic. Are you for real? In treasure speculation, one is gambling for the thrill and the fortune. No matter what artifact one chooses, it is worth a minimum of 100 gold coins. 8 gold coins. What the heck do you expect to buy with that? Is this fellow's brain still functioning? 8 gold coins. Wahaha, you might as well grab a pile of mud and return now. You still dare to say 8 gold coins and below. There isn't a single object that is that cheap here, okay. A split moment later, tears streamed down the faces of those amidst the crowd due to excessive laughter. The hell, lad, can you stop being so hilarious? How do you intend to find an object worth below 8 gold coins here? You can't even buy anything even if you had 80 gold coins. Why? You don't even have an artifact that is worth 8 gold coin in a treasure speculation hall? Aren't you embarrassed? Disregarding the mockery the crowd was making out of him, Zhang Xuan stared at the dealer proudly. His previous self had only left him with a total of 8 gold coins. He was unable to fork out a single coin more even if he wanted to. Pooh! The people in the crowd stared at one another and burst into laughter once again. You are the one who should be embarrassed. This is just like someone running to a realtor and hoping to buy a flat with a single gold coin. Big brother, is your head really all right? There is no way there is an artifact here that is worth only 8 gold coins. How about this, you can freely choose from this pile of items. After you're done, I will pay for you. If you make an earning, it will all go to you. If you lose, we will just go by what we promised earlier, an apology will do. Master Mo Yang stared at the young man contemptuously with both of his hands placed behind him, revealing an attitude of superiority. As expected of Master Mo Yang, what incredible generosity. This young man is a clown coming here just to make a fool of himself. I concede to the master's morals. Hearing that the master was willing to pay in the stead of his adversary, the crowd couldn't help but feel impressed by his generosity. Do you see that? Look at how the master carries himself, then look at that lad. Forget it, it is better not to compare the two of them. I am afraid that I might vomit. Are you sure? Zhang Xuan's eyes twinkled. Knowing that the other party was a scammer, Zhang Xuan didn't feel any guilt spending his money. Of course, I always mean what I say. Master Mo Yang seemed just like a saint who had descended to the mortal world, unsullied by worldly dirt. Hee, I shall start picking then. Zhang Xuan smiled faintly, walked over to the platform and scanned through the artifacts in the pile. Since the other party chose a small one, naturally, he was restricted to choosing smaller items as well. Besides, the larger the artifact, the longer it took to clean up. This lad is too shameless. Indeed. I have no idea why Master Mo Yang treats him so well. If I were to meet such a fellow, I would have surely smacked him away with a palm of mine long ago. To insult the master and even use his money to buy an artifact. Shameless. Seeing how the young man wasn't ashamed at all, rather, he was browsing through the items excitedly, the crowd was speechless. They have met thick-skinned people before, but they had never met one whose skin was that thick. You were the one who insulted the master as a scammer first. No matter what, the both of you should be in a hostile relationship. Under such circumstances, don't you feel embarrassed using the other party's money to buy an artifact to compete with him? That's enough of you. Ignoring the discussions of the crowd, Zhang Xuan touched every treasure that entered his vision. Soon, he also chose a treasure of the size of a palm and handed it over. It costs 200 gold coins as well. The dealer took a look at it and says flatly, "Master, hurry up and foot the bill." Unashamed, Zhang Xuan gestured the master to hurry up. A dark line streaked across Master Mo Yang's face. He intended to ridicule the other party, but he didn't expect that he would accept his help so proudly, to the point that he seemed like he's his servant instead now. Suppressing the urge to strangle the other party, he paid the sum. "All right, let's clean it up here. With everyone watching here, no one will be able to accuse me of falsifying the results." Zhang Xuan gestured. "Humph, let's see whether you can continue being so haughty after the object is cleaned up." The actions of the young man also infuriated the dealer. He casually fetched the tools used for cleaning artifacts and started to clean it bit by bit. Soon, the moss and rock covering the object fell off and the true form of the item inside was revealed. It was a semi-transparent rock that emitted a warm glow. "This is Linglong stone?" Observing the appearance of the stone, someone from the crowd shouted in disbelief. "What is Linglong stone?" Some in the crowd recognized it while others didn't. "You don't even know this?" Linglong stone is one of the main ingredients in crafting a phantom tier equipment. Every single stone is extremely valuable, and it is the type of good which is always short in supply. The person who spoke earlier explained in agitation. Equipment could be split into god, saint, spirit, phantom, and mortal. In a location like Tianqian Kingdom, there was almost no mortal pinnacle equipment, needless to say, phantom tier equipment. Thus, every single one of it could be sold at an exorbitant price. As the main ingredient to crafting phantom tier equipment, the moment it was put up for auction, countless families and experts would go frenzied over it. How much can it be sold for? Those who didn't recognize this item couldn't help but ask. It was difficult to perceive an item's value just by its rarity itself. The best way to ascertain its value was still through its price. I've heard that the Liuzhou Kingdom had auctioned one of it a few years ago. It was smaller than this, around the size of a chicken's egg, but it was already priced at 50,000 gold coins. Look at how big this one is, not to mention its level of purity. No matter what, it is worth at least 100,000. The one speaking swallowed his saliva at this point. 100,000. Everyone on the spot almost went mad. An object bought for 200 gold coin is sold for 100,000. A revenue of 500 times in an instant. Is this for real? This. The dealer's hands trembled as he stared in disbelief at the object in his hands. As a dealer of a treasure speculation hall, he was capable of identifying plenty of treasures and was aware of their prices. He knew that there wasn't a single error in the words of the person who just spoke. This item was definitely worth that price. Impossible. I must be seeing things. Seeing the shock washing through the crowd, Master Mo Yang's face twitched. He thought that the other party would be unable to choose anything of value and that he would be able to make use of it to display his superiority once more. Never in his dreams did he expect for such an incredible treasure to be chosen. Both the items were priced at 200 gold coins, yet his was only sold for 2,000 whereas the other party's one was valued at 100,000. Wasn't the difference too massive? I will be auctioning this Linglong stone now, the highest bidder wins. Aware of what this object is beforehand, Zhang Xuan wasn't surprised in the least. He grabbed the treasure from the hands of the dealer and gazed at the crowd. I offer 100,000. The one who recognized the Linglong stone earlier shouted his bid first. 100,000 gold coin might be a huge sum, but compared to a treasure like Linglong stone, the latter was much more valuable. I offer 110,000. There were a few within the crowd that was aware of its value as well. 120,000. Soon, the price was finalized at 153,000, and the stone was taken by a wealthy middle-aged man. This is a banknote from Tianqian Bank. With this, you are able to withdraw 153,000 gold coins from any single bank in Tianqian City. The middle-aged man grabbed the Linglong stone and passed over a stack of banknotes. The weight of gold coins was considerable, so moving them around wasn't very convenient. Thus, just like in the ancient times of Earth, banknotes started appearing. After taking a look, he knew that those notes are real and placed it into his embrace. Then, he retrieved a banknote worth 1,000 and walked over to Master Mo Yang. You paid 200 gold coins for me earlier. Here is 1,000, keep the change. Treat it as a tip.